Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2024 ski test. Today we're talking about the Blizzard Brahma 88. What an awesome ski. The Brahma 88 has been a favorite among aggressive, high-speed, all-mountain skiers for a while now. It's really created a name for itself, and it is it's pretty darn awesome. You know, I think there's a lot of people that try and chase the performance of the Brahma. Is it right for you? That's a harder question. It is a pretty demanding ski, but when it comes to high-end all-mountain performance for aggressive technical skiers, I don't know, for a lot of people, this is what you're looking for. So it has gone through some changes over the years, but overall, the theme kind of remains the same. Now we have True Blend Wood Core. I think this is the third year for True Blend Wood Core in the Brahma 88. I think that's been a huge improvement to this ski. It has made it a little bit more, a little bit more interesting. I think the flex pattern is a little different. They're able to control the ski more specifically in the manufacturing process to give it more like subtle properties, and we can look at that in just a second here. But True Blend Wood Core, it's a combination of beech and poplar. There's more beech in the kind of central portion of the ski here, more poplar towards the end. And what they're doing, and what I was just alluding to, is they do give the ski a little bit more of a softer, supple flex pattern right here in the tip. And that's been like kind of a huge thing for the Brahma, at least in the past couple of years now, is it still is a very stiff ski overall, especially like if we were just to do this and like look at that middle portion of the ski is so stiff, but it is just a touch more supple in its extremities, which I think is nice. Before we look at shape here, there is a lot of metal in these skis. There is 2.5 layers of metal in this ski, and that's a lot. Full length, 2 full sheets of Titanal, and then you get kind of an extra sheet right underfoot. I've always wondered why. I feel like I should probably ask Blizzard why, but it seems like there's plenty of metal in here, and I don't know what that third sheet is doing, but there is a lot of metal. The ski is pretty darn heavy. Somehow I left the scale off the screen, but I promise I will grab it. But before I do that, let's look at this shape. So truly a directional all-mountain ski, 88 underfoot, mostly camber, not high-rise camber. Because it's such a stiff flex, you don't need like a ton of camber rise in a ski like this because there's so much to push against. There is a little bit of tip rocker up here, but really not much at all. And then tail rocker is almost non-existent. I do like that they kind of round out the tail. Like if you were to take this build and have a true flat squared off tail, it would be really hard to break free from a turn. It's still not tremendously easy, but at least it's easier. As promised, here's the scale. I know we missed the scale on the Bonafide, and I apologize. This ski, we are at a 177 length and almost 2,000 grams, 1,965 grams. So it is a pretty stiff, heavy, burly ski. Now, who should be choosing a Brahma 88? Really, the people that should be skiing this ski are very advanced, expert level skiers that like to ski fast and aggressively. Every once in a while, there's a situation that feels like an exception to that rule. Generally, it's skiers that are very heavy. You know, if you're 220 plus in that weight range, then it changes the characteristics of the ski just a little bit, and this is true with any ski, not just the Brahma, where normally I would just pigeonhole this ski as just for those aggressive, expert level skiers. But for a bigger skier, you're going to be able to get the ski to bend more easily. So I still probably wouldn't recommend it to many intermediates, but kind of the one exception there would be a bigger intermediate that just needs a really supportive ski. Now, Still, when it comes to skiing style, you should care more about carving turns than anything else. This almost feels like a frontside carving ski. It's really that it's just wider. So you can do the same thing. You can make those dynamic carving turns through more variable and softer snow conditions. Now, I know that there are some of you watching this video right now that are like, well, hold on just a second. I ski the Brahma and I can ski moguls and trees on it and it's just fine. And you're probably a very good skier. And I think that's an important thing for people to remember is if you're buying this ski and you're planning or hoping to ski off-piste terrain on it, you need to have really good technique. There's not enough tail rocker back there. There's not a soft enough flex that it'll just wash around behind you. It requires some active unweighting of the tail of the ski, and you need to place it where you want to go. So for a lot of us, that's not a huge problem. It still takes some work because it is a heavier ski, but it's perfectly doable. And then you get back on trail and just rail some carving turns on this ski. 16.0 meter turn radius in this ski at the 177 length, which I think is sweet. Like it feels like it comes across the fall line super easily, quite a bit more easily than whatever the true previous generation to this ski is. I think you got to go all the way back to 2021 or something like that. But yeah, this new Brahma, no, it's super cool. Like it still hits that very, very high performance ceiling. Like I don't think there's anybody that this wouldn't live up to their expectations from a stability and power perspective. But yeah, I think they've made it like a touch more forgiving or just a touch more rewarding and user-friendly. It's like easier to, like the return on investment is better with this ski than it was, especially like half a decade ago. So that's it. That is the Brahma 88 from Blizzard. Let us know if you have any questions about it, and we will see you out there on the slopes.